Hello there, it's Nooch, and today we're coming at you. We're going to show you Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in all four phases of the Rancor and kind of give you some ideas. Nooch is not saying by any means that these are the absolute best runs you can have in these phases. These are average runs. Nooch is able to duplicate the good runs more than once, so really feels like these are achievable runs in these phases. What we're doing right now is we're just going through the mods. So check out the mods down there. I'm not going to talk about them. You can look at them. You can pause and see what the speeds are. Almost exclusively going for speed here. We got Kylo modded for speed. We got everybody modded for speed. All of these mods stayed the same. I think the only difference is that Nooch upgraded some of Watt's mods after this battle was over. So you may see him go out of turn based on what his mods look like right now. But other than that, the mods are correct. They are what they are, and they stay. So, yeah, Nooch is not trying to come out here and say, this is the best run ever. You can get 50% P1 with SL Kylo, which I guess somebody did, and that's great. You know, Nooch has an R7 Kylo, which I don't think is going to get you 50% in that Phase 1 or Phase 2 or whatever. But, you know, these are very respectable runs. These seem to be very achievable runs for all of us, based if you can get some mods out there. I didn't spend any time remodding, just none at all. These are the mods we got. We're using characters. We got Supreme Leader Kylo in every run. We're kind of mixing in Kylo Ren Unmasked, Thrawn, Hux, and the Night Sisters, and Hoda. Those are the characters we're mixing in throughout, and we'll talk about the benefits and the challenges of going through each level, kind of the strategies, what the basic strategies are. It's mostly the same. Most of the time, what you're going to be doing is flipping as much turn meter back to Kylo as possible. In Phase 1, and we saw this in other videos that are out there, you're going to be doing more of the second ability, the thrust, the strike, to build up siphon. Before you siphon, at the end you do all the siphoning, and that's when you start building up the damage. In the other phases, it's pretty much do the thrust when you can, siphon when you can. Thrust if it's available, siphon if it's available, and when he's in his ultimate, siphon, 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 siphon. And I think when you get down to Phase 3, it's really straightforward. It's like thrust, siphon, thrust, siphon, thrust. Okay, so here, let's go ahead. Here is Phase 1. You can see we're going with Supreme Leader Kylo, Crew, Hux, Watt, and Thrawn. Now the strategy here, and I'm just going to say it, we borrowed this from Arnold's video, and I believe he got it from someone as well. We're going to leave the other pig alive, the outside pig, the support pig. And the goal is to have Kylo Ren, unmasked, stun him. And then you're going to siphon from that pig. Because when your enemy is stunned, Supreme Leader Kylo's siphon is doubled. So you're going to get double siphon. So he was at 80. You're going to get 160 siphon off of that pig when they're stunned. I think even once Nooch makes a mistake here, and I think it's either here or very soon, Nooch is going to spend Kylo's stun on the middle pig. I don't know why. Don't ask Nooch why. So he didn't even do a very good job of that. And I think we're looking at 20% in this run. So you're going to see that you can even make mistakes in here, but you're going to be okay. This is a very self-explanatory one. You're going to be flipping Terminator. You see he's building up his ultimate. Thrawn basic. Now we go to Crew. Seeing Crew's taking all that damage because of those defense mods. And that's, you really do want to have him modded for defense. That, I'm going to take back what I said earlier. Crew was the one guy that Nooch remodded. We go in. So there's one example. Kylo had his thrust available. So instead of going to ultimate, we did the thrust. And here we do it again. We keep thrusting. Look, his siphon's up to 220 now. And watch Crew, even with Deathmark, he's not taking a ton of damage. His siphon's at 220, so when he goes into his ultimate, it's going to be 440. It's going to double, and we're going to keep thrusting. Keep thrusting, and you just want to build up that siphon as much as humanly possible. This is it right here. We just did Crew's stun against the main pig for some reason. I don't know why, what Nooch was thinking. I don't know what he's doing there, but Nooch did it, so what are you going to do? I take it back. Yeah, Nooch could have canceled the whole run, come back, run it again, just to show you a perfect run. But this is not a perfect run. It's a very rudimentary run with a Supreme Leader Kylo team, a Crew modded out for defense, the other guys all modded for speed. You can see we got the offense tech on Kylo. We got the taunt tech on Crew. We got the other tech on Thrawn. We're going to pass turn meter back to Kylo here. And you're just doing that over and over and over again and thrusting as many times as possible to get that siphon as high as possible. And all your damage is going to come at the end of this run. Clearing debuffs off of Crew there. We're not gonna siphon yet. We're still building up. We're gonna pass turn meter back to Kylo here. We're gonna go ahead and thrust again. Now his siphon's at 430. So when he goes into his ultimate, and there, Crew is just taking on that, even with the death mark, Crew's taking that damage just in the face. Just hit me in the face, give me the scars, and I'll walk away. NOOCH did decide to siphon here. We're tired of waiting for the pigs, and I think we actually, did he dodge that, or how did that happen? Or has he built up so much health somehow? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what that blue triangle is. So maybe he just built up so much health that it didn't work. Crew, again, just taking the damage right in the face. Yeah, maybe those Gamorreans learned how to use a lightsaber in the span of 30 seconds like Rey did. I don't know, but they're not using lightsabers. Maybe they learned to use those axes in the span of 30 seconds like Rey. 860 siphon here. There we got the pig stunned. So now we want to siphon off of that pig, right? Yes, sir. That's a double siphon. So that's a 1,700 siphon that we just did off that pig. Now let's watch this damage. On a siphon, that's 500,000. And we're still 4 away from Enrage. So we're actually doing some good time. 3 away from Enrage. Because as soon as Enrage comes, this is over. We've done about 5.5% so far. We're just siphoning. Now we're up to 860. So we're just siphoning on the pig. I didn't see the damage there. Last one was 500. That was probably around 7,800. Now we stab him. 1.69 million. That's what we're saying. All the damage is at the end. 1.5 million. And we're 84%. We're almost to Enrage. NOOCH is going to siphon one more time off of here. No, we didn't. We didn't siphon. We just did the basic. What was that all about? I guess NOOCH is trying to get back to the ultimate because the basic gives you 2 hits. Looks like we're going to go back to ultimate one time here if we get the chance. Because these guys are in Enrage. Are we going to get back to the ultimate? NOOCH launched the ultimate. No, you moron. So we got about 20% there. A little bit over 20% actually, I think. So there you go. just showing that to you. Again, not trying to show you the biggest, baddest runs ever made in the history of mankind. These are just basic runs. Now, apologize for the little extra. We got Kylo kind of in the corner. We got the little extra blue box. NOOCH for somehow, this was actually pre-release footage. This is in a footage that NOOCH released for a video just showing phase 2 of the Rancor. This is going to be about 17%, and it's a little bit different. You're going to be throwing turn meter back to Kylo as always. There's the offense tech on Kylo. Toss the turn meter back to him. He stabs again, stabby. Then Thrawn. Well, we're going to throw a tech out here. We're going to probably put it on Thrawn because Hux just starts dying anyway. Put it on Thrawn. Thrawn throws turn meter to Kylo. Then he does the siphon and takes out the door at the same time. So you got 2 turns in there immediately. You get Hux fast enough so he can give Kylo a turn. So we get 2 stabbies in. Then Thrawn gives it to him, and he siphons and kills the door. Now we're off to the races. We got 4% damage already. You're building up this damage much faster than in the last tier. Actually, I think we started at 97%. NOOCH is not paying attention. Pay attention, NOOCH. Pay attention. So here we are. We're siphon, and his next turn, or excuse me, we stabby stab. I guess that's what we're calling it, stabby stab. We do the stab, then we siphon. We do the stab, then we siphon. We keep getting the turn back to him. This is not like some super challenging, hard, difficult strategy. This is really out there, and you can actually, I think probably, if you were to do more of the stabby stab like we did in the first tier, like we just showed, like and built the siphon for later, I think you can get this up in like the 30% range. But this is 17%, which is respectable, and is going to get you some of that good gear that you need to get Kylo up to Relic 8, where you can start doing the real damage. Here we are. We're just siphoning every chance we get. We're stabbing, we're siphoning, we're stabbing, we're siphoning. Everybody's dying. It's okay. Pass turn meter back to Kylo one more time. He's got a lot of survivability. Again, maybe should have done the stabby there. And the cool thing about Thrawn is too, when he does fracture, he gets 4 hits in, and that just feeds Kylo's ultimate as well. One note that I've noticed you want to, I think it is good to do his ultimate as often as you can. Now, sometimes you want to do the stab and build up the siphons there, right? Sometimes you want to get that ultimate off right away because you know maybe you've got a fracture and some more damage coming from your team. And what will happen is if you get the ultimate off, when they start doing damage, it starts loading that ultimate again while you're in the ultimate. Whereas if you wait to get the ultimate off and you're doing the thrust maneuver, you might be costing yourself a little bit of time on your next ultimate. There you see we got one off right before the end, and he tried to eat him. It's not going to work. We siphoned. We're going to get one more hit in. NOOCH should do the basic here because that's going to do the most damage on 2 hits. Is that what NOOCH does? Let's watch and see. No, he stabbed. And now we're going to die. And it's about 17%. I think we started at 97%. So we did about 17% damage with that run. And again, there is room for improvement. There's room for me remodding. There's room to do this better. But 17%. If you guys... NOOCH is watching his teammates. And again, this is all, but we're doing all this at the beginning because the way this raid works is we all go in together before the thing's at 20%, because when these things get to 20%, you're up a creek. So here we are in phase 3. By the way, we were saying 17% is really respectable. And if you're doing that once, if you're doing 17, 20% in one of these first 3 phases, you're really in pretty good position to be in a top 10, at least in NOOCH's guild. Don't know about your guild. NOOCH only has one Galactic Legend. It's Kylo, and that's why we're just showing you the Kylo stuff. So far, Kylo has really been the hero of all of the raids. He's the hero in the Sith raid. We already had the HAT down to a full clear, but Kylo does it on auto, I believe. I can't remember. Now we're simming those anyway, so what does it matter? So here we're in the 3rd tier, and we switched up the team a little bit. So the first tier, we had Kylo, KRU, Thrawn, Hux, and Watt. Second phase, we used Kylo. We subbed in Hoda for KRU. KRU wasn't much use in there just because he just loses his taunt, and it doesn't help that much. 3rd tier, we sub in the Night Sisters for Watt and Hoda. So this way, we keep the Rancor focused on the zombie. So he continues to go after zombie, and we continue to get revives of Daka. I believe we're going to see some revives here in this level as we go. Now here's an example. We could do the ultimate here. We've got the thrust loaded up. And if we did the ultimate, we would have got 1 hit there, 2 hits. That would be loading up the ultimate. We'd be reloading the ultimate already, but now we're actually in a better position to do the ultimate now because Thrawn's Fracture is coming up next. And Fracture is 4 shots to that ultimate. Boom, boom, boom. See it get loaded there? It was loaded about 15% just on Thrawn's turn. So keep that in mind. You want to have that ultimate done and ready to be loaded when your teammates are doing damage. There we just resurrected Hux. Daka resurrected Hux. So there's some RNG here too. If you can play 3 or 4 times, which you should have time for depending on how your guild works it, NOOCH's guild is saying, everybody go in, we're going to have 20 minutes and we're all going to post damage. That's how we're doing it. We're going to airplane mode, getting our damage, posting in 20 minutes, unless we have to get some more damage or something's going on. So in that 20-minute time frame, NOOCH has time to do 2 or 3 runs and get one perfect. This is not a perfect run, and this is going to be like, I think, 21%. So you have a real opportunity here in Phase 3 to do some serious damage with Kylo and really make some headway in this raid. Let's see if we can resurrect some folks here. Oh, we didn't delete that. We were supposed to delete that. There we go. We resurrected Thrawn there. Now we're going to thrust with Kylo. So we're getting his ultimate loaded again for another run here. He just gets so many turns and gets to go with that ultimate, especially with the zombie there taking on the damage. And now we're fully loaded. Let's get it in there. We're at 7.2% right now, 7.12%. So we're going to siphon. This one's more of a straight siphon. We got 460. We're just going to siphon it. And NOOCH did try it with more thrust to load it up for later. It just worked better just siphoning when we had the opportunity and when we're in the ultimate siphoning in this P3. Right now we're almost at 10% and we need to get that ultimate loaded again. Let's see if we can resurrect some more folks here, Daka. Come on, do your duty. Get somebody else back up. No, we didn't see there. We didn't get anybody. If you really want to play this and try and get some really good RNG, you might be able to resurrect more of your team as you go. We're at 16.2% now. We're going to do the thrust. That's another 1.7%. We're doing some damage now with Kylo. Can you get it? Yeah, you got another turn. Use your basic Kylo. We're at 18% almost right now. Basic gets him to 19. There it is. 21.5% damage, and that was not a perfect run. Again, there's room for improvement. Now we're to phase 4. We're running through this at double speed, guys, because the Rancor has the high ground. Don't use Kylo in phase 4. Get him out of the way in one of the first 3 phases. NOOCH could not score more than 1.5% with Kylo. We tried Huxley. We tried the Night Sisters. We tried Crew in there. We'd already used Hoda in a different level. Phase 4 seems to be for Jedi so far. That seems to be the best production on Phase 4, unless maybe you got Rey with some other team. I don't know. But so far, NOOCH has been sticking with his Jedi, with Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke, and getting somewhere in the range of 4.5%. You see here, Kylo, 1.29%, and he's going to get one shot, 1.5%, 1.48%, dead. None of these combos worked. The Rancor has the high ground in Phase 4 against Supreme Leader Kylo. Do not use Supreme Leader Kylo in Phase 4. Let's watch 1 or 2 more of these in silence as we remember the life and success of Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in the first 3 phases. That's enough of that. Okay, you get it, right? You get it. Don't use them in Phase 4. Use them in one of the first 3 phases. Get a lot of damage in there. Help your guild out. Help yourself out. Be a good player. And that's all we got. And always remember, while you're doing that, always remember, NOOCH too good. Thanks for watching, and please like the video down below. You can also check out NOOCH's contributors up there. You can subscribe on Darth Vader over here. And you can watch more videos on this side. We'll see you next time.